Hello friends, this is Barbara from Wigs and Fluff. Today I have a special treat for you today. I have a haul day. First of all, I went to Ulta and I have an Ulta's haul, and then I went to Chico's. So I have a Chico's haul. Now today I have on the Crowd Pleaser wig. Remember, I altered it a little bit. And I cut myself some bangs, which I really like. I like how my bangs turned out. It's so much better for me than having this pieces right there in my face. I really like this wig right now. I'm wearing it and I'm enjoying it. So, anyways, to go on with the haul, I went to Ulta. They had these samples on sale, Laura Mercer samples, and this was like $22 or something. I can't remember, but it was quite a bit cheaper than the usual price. Then I had the Clinique Moisture Surge, which was like $13 in a small little sample size. And I needed some more Moisture Surge. And the lovely lady there, once I told her I was a YouTube, gave me a free sample of Moisture Surge. So I've got a good amount of Moisture Surge for now. And lastly, I bought myself a new Anastasia mascara. Love that brush. See how it goes down in the middle? I love that. That to me is fantastic. I love it. So, and then I also have a lipstick. Really pretty MAC lipstick. This is Amorous in the MAC line of lipsticks. Really like this one. And a lip pencil to go with it, a MAC lip pencil in whirl, W-H-I-R-L, whirl, like whirling around, W-H-I-R-L, in whirl. And that's what that looks like. Okay, so that was my Ulta haul yesterday. Doesn't seem like a lot, but it was a lot for me. And I loved the powder. The Laura Mercer powder was awesome. This morning I put that on. Of course, I always love the Moisture Surge. Always do. I wear that every morning, Moisture Surge. I have my Pond's for at night, but I love the Moisture Surge during the daytime. And of course, my favorite mascara, Anastasia in black. So those are some of my favorite haul things from Ulta. Now, I also went over to Chico's and I got this pretty little yellow shirt. This is one of the things that I got. It's just a little summer shirt. So tell me what you think. I have it on with white pants today. Get back far enough so you can see a little bit of my pants. Maybe I'll turn this down a bit. You can see me better. There we go. That's much better. You can see my white pants. These are Chico's pants. I really think this is a pretty shirt, and I think it's going to be very useful this summer. I like the way I look in yellow. Yellow seems to be a good color for me. So, I'll be right back. I have another one to show you. Okay, this is a really pretty turquoise shirt that I have. My wig back in shape. This is a pretty turquoise shirt. And I really like it. I think this is going to be really pretty. It goes nicely with white pants. Everything I bought today goes with white pants for the summer. I love it. I'll be right back. Every time I put one on, my hair gets mussed. But this was a nice little shirt here. This one was $10. I got it on sale. It's a little bit heavier. It was from the winter, but it looks summery. It does look summery. It's got this tie-dye looking effect. I really think it's pretty. And it'll be nice on those cool evenings in the summer. Maybe at the beach, maybe down by the lake, or just on a rainy, cold day in the summer. Not cold, but cool. So this is what I think is cute. I really like this one for $10. I couldn't pass it up. I thought it was really cute. So I've got one more. I'll be right back. Okay, every time I get my wig messed up. Don't you love the bangs? I think that they work really nicely right now for me. Because I like bangs. I need bangs because of my forehead. This one's a purple shirt. I really liked this shirt. I thought it was cute. It's short sleeve. It's summery. It goes with my white pants. And I think it's going to be a really, really good, handy shirt to wear. It's good for business trips in the summertime or just casual. And of course, everything is always good if you have a white jacket to bring along for those cool evenings. This would be great for going out to eat with a nice pair of sandals. I'm barefoot right now, by the way. So, anyways, I have a story for you today, and my story is about another woman from the Bible. And her name is Lydia. Now, Lydia was a merchant. She was a businesswoman, and she was a maker of fine purple cloth. And she would travel from city to city selling her fine purple cloth. And one day, she came to the city of Macedonia. Macedonia. And there she met Paul and Silas and Timothy. Now, you know, Paul was an apostle. He came after the death of Jesus, and he was one of the first people in the church to go and do missionary work. Well, Lydia happened to be in the area on a business trip, more than likely selling her purple fabric and making deals. She was a merchant. I don't know that she was married. I don't know. She may have just been someone who supported herself by making and selling beautiful fabrics. But she went down to where Paul was preaching, and she had her heart converted that day. Completely converted, so much so that it wasn't just her, it was all of her staff and her entire household. She had a staff that helped her with the business. She had her household and relatives and other people who lived with her. So she was an entrepreneur, but she gave her heart to Jesus that day when she heard Paul preaching, and she was baptized immediately, her and her entire household. And then she went to Paul and she persuaded him to come back to her home, and her home was in Thyatira. Sometimes these names get past me. Thyatira. And she persuaded him to come back and stay with her. I don't think it was very far at all, probably just half a day's walk, if that's it. And she went and she took Paul and Silas and Timothy and she put them up in her home, and she gave them place to sleep and she gave them food to eat. She had a gift of hospitality. Well, the next day, Paul, Silas, and Timothy were out and about, and there was this young slave girl following them about. And the young slave girl had a spirit on her, a spirit of fortune telling. And she would go and tell people their fortunes, and she would follow after Paul and say, "These people preach about Jesus. These people preach about Jesus. These people are of the way. They're preaching about Jesus." And so finally Paul turned around and he blessed her. And he said, "Spirit, come out of her." And it did. And she was no longer telling fortunes. She was no longer predicting the future. And of course, her slave owners were not happy because they were making a lot of money. They would set her up in the city square, the town square, and people would come in there and pay a lot of money for her to tell their fortunes. And so when they found out what Paul had done, they hauled Paul and Silas and Timothy before the authorities and told them that they were interfering in their business and costing them money. And Paul and Silas were thrown in jail. I don't know about Timothy, but Paul and Silas were thrown in jail for sure. And they sat with stocks on their feet and chains on their hands. And they were sitting there and they were singing songs together. They were singing hymns together, singing songs of praise and worship of Jesus together while they were in jail. And suddenly there was an earthquake, a mighty, mighty, mighty earthquake. And the ground just shook and shook and shook, and their chains fell off. And Paul looked at Silas, and Silas looked at Paul. And pretty soon the jailer came running in there and saying, "Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. There you are. Don't move, don't move. They will kill me if you get away." Well, Paul said, "Don't worry, my friend. We're not going to go anywhere. We're staying right here." And so the jailer was so thankful, because in those days, if you let a prisoner get away, they would hang you or cut your head off. And so he was so thankful that the prisoners were still there. So he went to the authorities on behalf of Paul and Silas, paid their fine, and got them off and got them out of jail. And afterwards, Paul and Silas and Timothy went on back to Lydia's house. Lydia had her door open to them once again, took them all in, gave them some food, place to eat, gave them some rest. So this is the story of Lydia. She was used by God in a moment. Her heart was completely open to Jesus, listening to Paul preach about him. So that's my story for today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope I will see you tomorrow with another story. Bye.